Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Spacebar Production Studios here in Tampa, Florida, you have Sunday Nights. It's a Final, a sports show done from the Willie Lawson and Spacebar Production Studios, brought to you by New Homes of Tampa Bay. All right, welcome to It's a Final. It's a Final is very simple. It's a roundup. It's a catch up. It's a wrap up of this weekend's football activity. Yes, there's been other activity. There's baseball going on. There's hockey going on. In a minute there'll be basketball going on. But all we give a crap about here is football. We care about American football, not football, but American football. There's even football going on. But all we care about is American football. We care about NCAA and we care about the NFL, and that's all we're going to talk about. If you want us to talk about something else, well, too bad. Just too bad. That's how it is. Again, we're brought to you by our friends at New Homes of Tampa Bay, revolutionizing the way that people buy homes. Just revolutionizing it, making it different. You know what? That we all want to be attached to people who are doing things differently, who are changing the game. You know, we you know what? Whatever troubles that he's had recently, we know that a player like Warren Sapp changed how the three technique is done. People like Lawrence Taylor changed the game. People like, I think Peyton Manning will be someone who changes the way that the position of quarterback is played in the NFL. I'm talking about that level of individual, and that's what we're talking about when we're talking about New Homes of Tampa Bay. All right, let's get to it soon. Let's get to the NCAA scores, because there was again. This is one of those seasons, I think, that I'm not sure. You know, is there a dominant team? Because, you know what, sometimes you think it may be, we thought it was Ole Miss. Ole Miss was kicking everybody's ass, and then they got waylaid, smashed to bits by the University of Florida last week in the Swamp. So maybe it's not Ole Miss. It's, you know, did you think that, I did, I thought that maybe that the Oregon scheme was going to, you know, put Oregon or keep Oregon on the map, but obviously not. They lost last weekend, and they lost this weekend too, so... is there a dominant team? Is it the Alabama? Is it Alabama? It's not Notre Dame. And a lot of people were saying, well, don't count out Notre Dame. Well, count them out. It's not them. Let's get to the scores, because these scores are important. It's a final. It was University of Washington 17, number 17th ranked USC 12. It's a final. It was Ohio State 49, University of Maryland 28. It's a final. TCU 52, unranked Kansas State 45. It's a final. It was Baylor 66 in 3 quarters. They didn't score in the fourth quarter. 66, Kansas 7. It was 4th ranked Michigan State 31, struggling against unranked Rutgers at 24. 5th ranked Utah 30, 23rd ranked California 24. It was Clemson 43-24 over Georgia Tech. It was LSU 45, and that running game continues to rock the house, over South Carolina 24, 45-24. It was Alabama, number 8th ranked Alabama, 27-14 over upset-minded Arkansas. It was Texas. Charlie Strong got his win, baby, 24-17 over 10th ranked Oklahoma. It was 11th ranked University of Florida 21, Missouri 3, 12th ranked Florida State took every punch from the University of Miami and beat them 29-24 in Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. It was number 18th ranked Michigan, no problem with executing their 3rd shutout in a row, 38-0 over 13th ranked Northwestern. It was number 14 ranked Ole Miss. Remember talking about Ole Miss? Maybe they're the team. Well, you know what? They didn't have any problem with New Mexico State, 52-3. It was 15th ranked Notre Dame 41, Navy 24. It was Tennessee 38, Georgia 19th ranked Georgia 31. 21st ranked Oklahoma State 33, West Virginia 26. It was 22nd ranked Iowa 29, Illinois 20. It's a final Toledo 38, Kent State 7. It's a final 25th ranked Boise State 41, Colorado State 10. Yes, indeedy. Wow, it was quite a weekend, and the rankings are in, and we're going to go ahead and hip you to the rankings. There was some movement, so again, it doesn't really matter much, frankly, because nothing matters because they only take the top four for the football playoff championship Grand Poobah thing that they're doing at the end of the season. That your team is probably not going to be involved in. Your team will go to the Doodah Bowl and beat some weak lamb, and that's how you're going to end your college football season. Yay, you. Yay, me. All right, let's start from the top. Let's start the top 10 of the AP. Top 10 in 10th place is Alabama. And number 9, Texas A&M. Number 8, Florida. Number 7, Michigan State. Number 6, LSU. Number 5, Number 5, Clemson with 1 first place vote. Number 4, Utah with 16 first place vote. Number 3, TCU, Texas Christian University, with 3 first place votes. It was number 2, Baylor, the Baylor Bears from Texas, with 13 first place votes. And number 1 in the AP is Ohio State with 27 first place votes, 6-0. Let's go to the coaches poll. Number 10th ranked Texas A&M. Number 9, Alabama. Number 8, Florida State. Florida State's actually in the top 10 after their win over Miami in the coaches poll, and the coaches poll doesn't really think that highly of Utah either. Utah is 7th in the coaches poll while being 4th in the AP poll. Clemson is 6th ranked in the coaches poll. LSU is at number 5. Michigan State is at number 4. TCU is number 3 in both polls. Baylor University is number 2 in both polls. And, of course, Ohio State leads both polls. That's right. And that, my friends, is the top 10 in college football. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more of It's a Final right after this message. Well, hello. My name is Willie Lawson, host of the Willie Lawson Show here on Blog Talk Radio. If I may, I'd like to take a time out and talk to you about some great folks. One of our affiliate partners, New Homes of Tampa Bay. New Homes of Tampa Bay is a special company with special people with a special mission. That mission is to get you, the new construction home buyer, through the process in the best possible condition. What they do is walk you through the process from beginning to end at no cost to you. And they even have something special for you if they let them help you through the process. What they'll do at the end of the process is slide across the table a $1,000 gift card for either Lowe's, Home Depot, or IKEA to start you in your new home. This offer is only good for listeners of the Willie Lawson Show here on Blog Talk Radio or iHeartRadio or Spreaker. You can talk to the great folks at New Homes of Tampa Bay by calling 813-770-9452. That's 813-770-9452. Or you can reach them online at newhomestpa.com. That's www.newhomestpa.com. All right. Before we get going, we've got a number of affiliate partners that have pulled alongside the Willie Lawson Show and the Spacebar Production enterprises, and somebody that I want, because again, you guys will know that I have a soft spot for entrepreneurs. I have a soft spot for people who are out there doing all they can do on their own, and who are people kind of like me, who have already decided that they don't make the best employees. I think that those kind of people always have my attention and have my heart, and if there's anything I can do to help them, I always choose to help them. There's a young lady who used to work behind the school desk at a place called Music Showcase, where I teach saxophone, flute, and clarinet. And she left. The story is that she left there to get something that was more steady, more stable, and she found out too, like I found out, maybe the whole corporate thing isn't quite how we want to do it. Worked in the corporate world for a while and decided that to run her own business and to be the captain of her own ship was maybe the better way to go. And she has done just that. I am proud of Miss Ellis, and I'm going to give her what she does now is that she makes hand-poured candles of all lovely and delicious aromas. And the name of the business is, you can get to Astula. I'll spell it for you because we're football people. We're like, what? I don't know. Astula. ASTATULA. And you can get there at astulacandleco.com. That's astulacandleco.com. And the exciting part is that you can buy some of the candles. They are made. She's a small batch artisan candles made right here, not far from where I'm sitting right now in beautiful Seminole Heights in Tampa, Florida. So astula.com, and she doesn't know I'm doing this for her, but I just thought, you know what, why not? And our third affiliate partner on this show tonight is the RedRiverChronicle.com website. It is the best conservative website in the country. It's one of those things. It's the best thing that you've not done yet. It's the best thing that you've not done yet. It's the best thing on the internet that you haven't seen yet. That's the RedRiverChronicle.com. The RedRiverChronicle, all one word, .com website. The best thing on the internet that you haven't done yet, that you haven't seen yet. All right, let's get to the NFL. The game going on currently, it is the New York Football Giants 13, the San Francisco 49ers 6, which doesn't make any sense to me because San Francisco is awful. Awful. San Francisco is just terrible. But right now they're holding on to a 13-6 lead, 9:16 to go in the third quarter. Let's see. Let's go to games that are finals. It's a final. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home finally break their at-home losing streak at 11. The Buccaneers had not won a home game in Raymond James Stadium since 2013. That is amazing to me. But the Buccaneers win today. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, who has not won a game on the road in 11 games, now 12. They beat the Jaguars today 38-31. Blake Bortles was 23 of 33 for 303 yards and 4 touchdowns in the loss. Doug Martin, the muscle hamster, is back. 24 carries, 123 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He actually caught a touchdown pass as well for the hat trick, and it was Allen Humes from Jacksonville, 5 receptions, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Those were the leaders of the game. Let's see. It's the final. It's the Chicago Bears 18, the Kansas City Chiefs 17. Jay Cutler was 26 of 45 for 252 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matt Forte ran for 18 carries for 71 yards. Jeremy Maitland from Kansas City, 8 receptions for 85 yards. It's a final in overtime, 3 overtime games today. It was the Cincinnati Bengals going 5-0 for the first time in 27 years over the Seahawks, 27-24. Andy Dalton was 30 for 44 for 331 yards and 2 touchdowns. Thomas Rawls of Seattle rushed for 23 carries, 169 yards and a score. Tyler Eifert led all receivers with 8 catches for 90 yards and 2 scores. It's a final. The Atlanta Falcons of the NFC South 25, the Washington Redskins 19. Matt Ryan from Atlanta was 24 of 42 for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devontae Freeman from Atlanta, 27 carries, 153 yards on the ground and a score. And Jacob Tammany from Atlanta, 8 catches for 94 yards. It's a final. It's the Eagles finally getting on track. It seems, too, that Alphonse is finally getting on track. They beat the New Orleans Saints today, 39-17. Drew Brees, however, was 26 for 43 for 335 yards and 2 scores. DeMarco Murray on track today, finally, 20 carries, 83 yards on the score. Willie Snead led all receivers from New Orleans, 6 catches, 141 yards. And another overtime game. It's a final. It's the Browns 33, the Baltimore Ravens 30. Josh McCown of Cleveland led all passers, 36 of 51 for 457 yards and 2 scores. Justin Forsett for Baltimore led all rushers, 21 carries for 121 yards and a score. And the receivers were led by Gary Barnidge, there you go. 8 catches, 139 yards, and a score. It's a final. The Green Bay Packers 24, the St. Louis Rams 10. Aaron Rodgers was 19 of 13 for 241 yards and 2 scores. Todd Gurley, remember Todd Gurley? Was a sensation at Georgia last year. Todd Gurley led all rushers with 30 carries, 159 yards. It's a final. It was the Buffalo Bills 14, the Tennessee Titans 13. Marcus Mariota 21 of 32 for 187 yards and a score and an interception. It was Tyrod Taylor for Buffalo leading all rushers, 8 carries for 76 yards and a score. It was Chris Hogan leading all receivers, 3 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. It's a final. It was the Arizona Cardinals cranking up 42 on the Detroit Lions, 42-17. Dan Orlovsky from Detroit led all the receivers, 21 of 38 for 191 yards and a touchdown. Chris Johnson from Arizona had 11 carries for 103 yards, and Golden Tate led all receivers with 8 carries for 74 yards. It's a final. The New England Patriots 30, the Dallas Cowboys 6. Oh my. They need Tony Romo back, because without that, they really didn't stand a chance in this game. Tom Brady was 20 of 27 for 275 yards and 2 touchdowns. LeGarrette Blount ran 13 carries for 74 yards, and Julian Edelman had 4 catches for 120 yards and a score. Oh, my goodness. It's a final. It was the Broncos 16 and the Raiders 10. Peyton Manning was 22 of 35, 266 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Latavius Murray from Oakland, 13 carries for 39 yards. Emmanuel Sanders from Denver had 9 catches for 111 yards. It was the Colts, 27-20 over the Houston Texans. Brian Hoyer threw 24 of 31 for 312 yards and two scores. Frank Gore, remember Frank Gore? Frank Gore from Miami and through San Francisco, and now playing for the Indianapolis Colts. 22 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from Houston led all receivers with 11 catches for 169 yards. And tomorrow it's the Steelers and the Chargers in San Diego, Qualcomm Stadium. Players to watch: Phillip Rivers. Obviously, Phillip Rivers for the season is 99 of 140. Has thrown for over 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon, 56 rushes for San Diego for 228 yards. And Antonio Brown for Pittsburgh, got to watch him, 34 catches for 478 yards and 2 scores. That seems to be a fantastic Monday Night Football game going to show on ESPN. All right, let's look at the score of the game that's going on now. It is the Giants 13 and the San Francisco 49ers 13. It's for me, it's hard to believe because I think that the 49ers who are 1-3 are worse than that. I'm really not sure how the 49ers are hanging on with the Giants. The Giants are 2-2, of course, but the Giants obviously a much better team than the 49ers. The 49ers are horrid, but they're hanging on. That's what they tell you all the time. If you don't blow them out early, if you let teams hang on, they'll beat you. Especially in the NFL, they'll beat you. If you don't knock them out early, they will beat you. So you can't let them hang on. You can't let them hang around. You got to go ahead and knock them out soon, knock them out early. And sort of crush their spirit, I guess. That's it. Isn't that the deal? You kind of crush their spirit. Because if you don't, then they get life and they get the feeling like, well, you know what? Maybe we can play with these guys. I think you have to show them early that no, you can't play with us. Well, you know what? And we'll see what happens. San Francisco could win this game. They are playing in New York, though. So. You wouldn't think, but like they keep saying, even any given Sunday. All right, it's a final. It's a final. We're all done. You're all caught up, and please check out our affiliate sponsors, our people that we help, the people who help us. We're talking about AstulaCandleCo.com, and of course my 2 stalwarts. New Homes Tampa Bay. That's newhomestpa.com. Look for their new website. Keep checking back. Go to the one that's on that's there now. It's going to be very, very beneficial. It's got all sorts of helpful information. Go ahead and bookmark it, and because in just a number of days, the new website is going to be out, and it's going to blow your flipping mind. It's going to blow you away. And, of course, then the best internet site that you've not seen yet, the best thing on the internet you haven't seen yet is the RedRiverChronicle.com website. Again, the best thing on the internet that you've not seen yet, the RedRiverChronicle.com website. All right, we got to get out of here. So just like always, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself. And remember, American football is for Americans. Anyway, we got to get out of here. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.